Night is darkest, our fears the strongest, and our strength at its lowest ebb. Midnight, when the graves gape open and death strikes. How? You'll learn the answer in just a minute in The Dead Hand. The small studio cottage on Mr. Martin Trent's estate, seated at the piano alone in the gathering darkness, is Roger Blaine, famous pianist, and playing only as he can play. Oh, you must hear me. You must come now. Here, to me. I'm calling to you, Lorna. Calling to you in a way you can never resist. With my music, making your heart beat faster. Lorna!
Hello, Roger. Am I disturbing you?
Always, Lorna. Just as I disturbed you, as we disturbed each other the first time we met.
Martin is out at the hospital, and I heard you playing.
That's not why you came, Lorna. You came because I called you. Because you promised you would come and give me your answer.
What we talked about last night, my going away with you, Roger, I must have been mad. I don't know what got into me.
Don't you know, Lorna? This is what got into you. My music. Telling you things I could never tell you in words.
Roger, stop. I can't think when you're playing that like that. I can't leave him. He's my husband. I love him and respect him.
Lorna, can you love a surgical instrument? Can you compare what you feel for him for what you feel for now, this very minute?
Well, it's different. Roger, how can we? He's your friend. It is he who brought you here, gave you the cottage.
And I haven't given him anything? Music like this, music nobody has ever heard before. Lorna, listen to me. Listen to what I'm saying here. I love you. I need you. It was you that helped me find the music inside me. You've got to come away with me. You owe it to me, to yourself, and to the world. You know you want to, and you're going to.
I can't, Roger, please. I just can't.
You are.
All right.
Lorna.
We can talk to Martin when he comes home tonight.
No, there will be no talking, no explaining. My car is outside, and we are leaving right now. My music was still with me as we drove out the gates down the highway. Pulsing, throbbing. Yes, I could hear it. But could Lorna? I glanced at her sitting beside me. Happy, dear?
I don't know, Roger.
What do you mean you don't know? Don't you realize what this means? I'm playing better than I've ever played before. And this is only the beginning. After my New York concerts, South America, then Europe.
Roger, are you sure you love me? Me as a person?
What do you mean, Lorna?
Well, I know you've said that you do, but whenever you've talked about us, you've talked in terms of your music. Roger, are you sure that's not what you love?
Of course I'm sure. If I didn't have my music, I couldn't play. I don't think I could live. You who lifted me to heights I've never dreamed of, technically and emotionally.
Roger, stop the car. No, take me back.
I don't understand.
I do. For the first time, with Martin away so much, I was lonely. I was flattered by your attention, and the music was like a drug that kept me from thinking. But now I can't, and I know that you don't love me, and I don't love you. Please, Roger, take me back.
No.
But, Roger, can't you see this whole thing was just a mistake?
It was not a mistake, and I won't take you back.
Well, I'm going back if you take me or not, Roger. Stop the car.
No, please, let go of that brake.
Look out! We're going to crash!
When I opened my eyes, I was in a bare white room in a hospital. Standing next to the bed was Lorna and Martin.
Hello, Roger. How are you feeling?
What? I don't know. What happened?
You were out driving with Lorna. The car got out of control and you had a rather smash-up. They rushed you here to the hospital and you've been here for 2 days now.
Smash-up? Yes. I remember. Are you all right, Lorna?
Yes, Roger. I was shaken up.
Oh, God, it hurts. Oh, my fingers! Nothing happened to it, did it, Martin? You know I've got a concert in a few weeks.
Roger, don't talk. Stop it.
Lorna, why are you looking at me like that?
Don't worry about it, Roger. Not now.
But I've got to know. I've got to.
Roger, please.
Come on! My hand! My left hand! Martin, what did you do to me?
Roger, I think I know how you know how I feel about you, about your music. You've got to believe me. There was nothing I could have done about it. Nothing. It was your hand or your life.
My life? And what is my life without my music? Nothing, nothing. It's a living death. Why didn't you let me die?
Don't say that, Roger. We've got to be able to do something. We'll do anything we possibly can.
Something? There's only one thing. You've got to get me another hand.
Oh, we will, Roger. There's been some wonderful new developments in surgery.
I don't mean an artificial hand. I mean a real hand.
What? You've gone mad, Roger.
I'm not. You took my hand, and you're going to get me another one.
Oh, Roger, we'll talk about this some other time.
You just wanted me to forget about this, don't you, Doctor? Well, Martin, I won't. I say I'm going to have another hand, and you betcha I will have one. And you're going to help me get it. You're going to help me. I was able to get up and around a few days later. I didn't talk to anyone if I could help it, but somehow I could never again look at their faces, only their hands, big hands and little ones, big fingers and stubby ones. Yes, they each had two hands, and I, whose piano meant more than life, had only one. And then suddenly one evening I met Hook. I looked up and there he was, a slight, sharp-featured man.
Hello, nice evening.
Yes, I suppose it is.
Hey, mind if I sit down for a couple of minutes?
No, not at all.
I normally wouldn't bust in on somebody, except, well, I'm getting out of here tomorrow and I feel pretty good about it.
Oh, what was wrong with you?
Oh, bad heart. Going to have to take it easy. It's going to make it tough in some ways. You don't happen to have a cigarette on you, do you?
I guess I do. Oh, at least I did have. Can't seem to find it.
Is it?
Yes, where did you find it?
In your pocket.
You mean you took it?
My name is Harris, Joe Harris. Usually call me the Hook. This is my racket.
You're a pickpocket.
Well, one of the best in the business. But now, with my ticker going bad, I'll have to lay off, except for now. For a gag. You don't mind, do you?
Certainly not. I'm very impressed. As a matter of fact, do you mind if I look at your hands?
Look at them? What for?
Well, they're beautiful. It's a beautiful pair of hands I've ever seen. You say you don't know what you're going to do when you leave the hospital?
Well, I just haven't thought much about it.
I've got a proposition that just might possibly interest you.
No kidding. What?
I'd rather not discuss it here and now. I expect to be leaving this place on Friday. If you would like to come and see me...
Well, you say where and when?
Well, I've been staying in a little cottage on Dr. Trent's estate. I'll probably be going back there. How about Saturday night, let's say late, around 11:30?
Fine. Fine with me.
Well then, it's a date. I left him there, hurried back to my room. I wanted to be alone. I had to be alone. I was afraid what was on my mind might show in my face. It certainly was a date with death. A man obsessed, half mad, and his unsuspecting victim. Will both of them still be alive to hear it when the clock strikes 12 for murder at midnight?
After a short...
I did leave the hospital on Friday and went back to the studio cottage. By Saturday night, my arrangements were completed. They weren't very complicated. I made it clear to Martin that I wanted to be alone, and I picked up a length of iron pipe. The pipe I hid inside the piano, and then I heard footsteps coming down the path. Then, a knock on the door. Come in.
Hi. I'm not too late, am I?
No, you're not too late.
Hey, pretty nice place you got here.
Yes, it is quite nice. Sit down.
Yeah, thanks. Now, what is your proposition you wanted to talk to me about?
It's a very simple one. How would you like to make $10,000?
What do I have to do?
You don't have to do anything. Just sell me something. Your left hand.
What? You're not...
No, I'm serious about this. I've got all the money right here in cash.
I don't get it. I just don't understand.
Look, I'm a musician. I'm a pianist. Well, I was until I lost my hand. If I can't go on playing, life doesn't mean anything to me. My own life or anyone else's. But you, how important is your hand to you? Yes, an artificial one will do just as well. And you can live quite a while on $10,000.
You mean to tell me you really thought I'd sell you my hand? Let you cut it off? I'm getting out of here. I thought you might be nuts, but I didn't really think... What are you going to do with that? No, you can't. No.
I'd rather not go into what happened after that. I got rid of the body, and then I went to see Martin.
You don't look well, Roger. Anything the matter?
No, I just came to see you about your promise.
My promise?
Or your debt, whatever you choose to call it. I told you I wanted another hand, and that I was going to get another hand. You said you were going to help me. Well, now you can help me.
What do you mean, Roger?
Look here in the sack. See?
Good Lord. Where did you get this?
Might be better if you didn't ask so many questions. Listen, I'm fighting for my life, for more than my life. You took my hand away from me, and now you can give me this one.
You mean you seriously think that I can perform an operation of this sort? Do a graft, and then after I'm finished, you'd be able to use the hand?
Why not? Operations of this sort have been done, haven't they? With other parts of the body, the eye.
Oh, Roger, the cornea. Not the eye. And some nerve grafting has been done, but this, look, Roger. I know what kind of shock this whole thing has been to you. I know it better than you. You're not a well man.
What do you mean a well man? I'm only half alive, and I'd rather be dead than go on living this way. And if I do die, I won't die alone. That's why I brought this along.
Roger.
Quick, easy, and painless. If you don't do what I want, you die.
Oh, well, you don't give me much of a choice.
No, I don't.
All right, you win. Get me to the hospital.
Even before I became fully conscious, I knew that it had been done. That it wasn't his hand anymore, but mine. But there was still something wrong, though. I couldn't analyze what it was at first, but it was there. Something wasn't quite right. But perhaps it wasn't entirely my hand. I sat up. The hand was a mass of bandages, stiffened with splints. And inside the bandages...
Careful, Roger. Don't touch it.
Huh? Oh, Martin, I didn't see you.
Oh, Roger, I've been with you here ever since last night.
Last night? You mean I've been out that long, 24 hours?
Roger, quiet. It's very important that you keep quiet. You've been under sedation.
Oh, yes. Yes, this isn't the hospital.
No, I brought you home with me to the house. I thought it'd be best for several weeks.
That's very smart, Martin. I wouldn't want any questions. Not yet. You did do it, didn't you?
Oh, yes, Roger.
I knew you would, and it was going to work. I can already feel it.
Careful, Roger. You must be careful with the bandages. You can't touch it or disturb it in any way.
I won't, Martin. But I don't have... I don't have to tell you. I can feel the fingers moving. But even inside this, and in another week or so, you'll see. Yes, we'll see. Yeah, you got a cigarette, Martin?
Oh, of course I do, Roger. I have it right... Oh, that's funny.
Huh? What is it?
My cigarette case. It's right here in my breast pocket, or so I thought. Well, yes, that's it. I must have left it downstairs or at the hospital.
Martin, it's yes, right here under my pillow.
What? How did you get it there?
I don't know. It must have fallen out when you bent over.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I think I know how the case got under my pillow.
What do you mean, Roger?
And my fingers learned something. A special skill. They don't ever forget it, ever. Mine never have. Even when I don't know what I'm doing, they keep on playing by themselves. These fingers haven't forgotten either. You understand me? I'm afraid I'm awfully tired now. Exhausted. Would you mind, Martin?
No, Roger, I don't mind. I'd like you to get enough... Well, there's enough rest as possible. There's a friend of mine coming to see you tomorrow. Another doctor. I'll see you, Roger.
There was a reason why I asked Martin to go. I wanted to be alone. I had to be alone. I knew now what I only had sensed before. The hand, Hook's hand, it had a will of its own. It had picked Martin's pocket without my even being aware of it. I lay there alone in the darkness after Martin left. I touched the bandages. I flexed the fingers, forcing them to obey my will. I had to do it. I knew I had to do it because I suspected what might happen. And what I knew proved right. I fell asleep, and while I slept, I dreamt. I dreamed I was walking down a dark labyrinth-style corridor. It seemed to be somewhere under the earth. Then...
A little closer, Roger.
Huh?
Just a little closer.
Oh, what's that? Who's there?
Just me, waiting for you.
Hook.
Yeah, Hook. I said I'd get you.
As the darkness overcame me, a hand clenched my throat, gripping tighter, and I can't scream. And then I woke up. And reality seemed worse than the dream, for my hand was there, gripping me by the throat, squeezing out every ounce of my strength. I fought it off and threw it down. I lay there bathed in a cold sweat, staring at it, feeling it quivering inside the bandages. My hand or his, I was tied to it now, tied to a thing that was seeking to destroy me. Shaking convulsively, I leaped out of the bed. I ran down the hall and down the stairs to the living room with the piano. It was the only thing that might save me. Seating myself at the piano, I started to play. Using only my right hand at first, I tried to force my left hand to join in. Then suddenly...
No, Roger. That won't work. No music.
Stop it. Do you hear me? It's my hand now. Mine.
No, Roger. Never.
Stop it. I'm stronger than you are.
Nothing is stronger than I am, Roger. Nothing in the world. There's no escape because we're one now, Roger. And wherever you go, I'll be there too.
No, I say stop. Stop. What are you doing?
Just a little closer to the desk, Roger. Just a little closer. See that shiny knife?
No, you can't possibly.
But I can, Roger. I told you I'd get you somehow, some way.
No, stop. Put it down. No.
You can't fight against me, Roger. I told you I'm too strong.
Martin, quick. Help me.
Where is he, Martin?
In the living room. I heard the piano. Good Lord.
Roger?
He's dead.
Oh, why? Why, how? He was screaming something about his hand.
He was in a completely psychotic state. As a result of the shock and sense of guilt, the state psychiatrist was coming tomorrow. We were going to commit him.
Oh, Martin.
Yeah, the hand he brought me. He wanted me to graft on. I don't know where he got it, but I suspect that, that was behind the whole thing.
Behind it?
Yes.
But what do you mean?
You don't really think I grafted it on, do you?
Well,
Well, he was desperate, and I had to do something to quiet him. I splinted his left wrist, wrapped it in bandages, and told him not to touch them.
Martin, that knife is in his chest.
Which hand is holding it?
His right one. His good one.
Yes. And still, in a way, it's possible that the dead hand, the one that was so concerned about, he did guide it.
Her eyes wide with awful comprehension, Lorna stares at her husband and then down at Roger's body as somewhere in the silent house a clock's chiming for murder at midnight. Yes, friends, remember to be with us again when death stretches out its bony hand and the clock strikes 12 for murder at midnight. Yes, friends, the part of Roger was played by Donovan, the part of Martin by Craig Sensational Scott, part of Lorna by Shannon Drussel, and the part of Hook by Steve Skinny Anderson. His new name is Skinny, listeners. How do you like that? Yes.
Right now.
This music is so loud. Do I just turn it down?
That's correct.
Oh, how do I do
That knob right there.
this one here?
Uh-huh.
Oh, my. There it goes. There it goes. Okay. This is AM 630.
KTKK.
Oh, yes, KTKK. My name is Helen. And oh, Donovan, what a wonderful show he had. He did that dead hand. Oh, scary. Do I take... Oh, give the phone numbers. If you would like to talk to Helen, my number is 570-5855. And if you're in Utah, they said, I can't read those numbers. Would you hand me my bifocals?
Here you go, Helen.
Ted? Oh, okay. Utah-County 470-5855. And Weber North Davis 670-5855. And what does that cellular... What does that mean?
It's if you're with a car phone.
Oh, I see. Well, Donovan, he's in the bathroom. He got a little sick during the dead hand. He couldn't handle it, I guess. So I'll be sitting in for the last 2 minutes, and I'll be taking some phone calls. Would you like... I don't know what to do. Let me see. What do I have here? Oh, my. I'm just a mess tonight. Could you... Let me get my newspaper. Would you say something, please?
Yeah, Helen's just getting her newspaper right now. She's thrilled to be on the air.
What are these things? Why do they have Q-tips in the studio?
To clear your ears so that you can hear Helen.
I remember my husband Harold, when we used to go to the old Saltaire. We would take Q-tips along. I don't know why. He would always pack 100 pack of Q-tips. Why? What do you need that for the old Saltaire? Oh, and we would dance to the Tommy Dorsey Orchestra. They actually came out to the old Saltaire. But that was when the building was on the other side. It was a little bit east of the new location. Just a little bit east. Do you remember the old... You're too young, Ted. When were you born? 1972?
1968.
Oh, my husband Harold had been in the ground for 20 years in 1968. Oh, my, I don't know why I still keep kicking and just living and living. Oh, imagine my husband Harold just a creepy, crawly skeleton in the ground. And I take flowers to his grave, and my good friend Mildred, she always tells me that I should stop visiting Harold because she stopped visiting her husband Floyd, years and years and eons ago. But I guess, do I have to go to this now? I guess I do. What do I do next? Do I hit this here?
There you go.
Okay, and we'll pull the music back. Oh, there it is. Oh, yes. That's such a happy tune, isn't it? Do you like that tune, Ted?
I like that tune.
Now what do? I need to sign the log for Donovan. I need to state the legal ID. How do I do that? Oh, here it is. I'll just play it. I'll do that. I'll stick this in here. Oh, that's the wrong way. Let me put it in here. My name is Helen, and you're listening to Utah's original talk radio, KTKK, Sandy, Salt Lake, Ogden, and Provo. Good night, all.